just let it grow. But that's longer than a year
Mm.
growing, right?
Yeah, a bit longer.
Yeah. All right, we are live, and we were just talking about Paz's nice flowy hair. Um, so actually, let's just give a few seconds, let some people jump in here.
Yeah, it's
Um,
cool to do it live. The podcast I did with Viper, we stopped, but we always did it recording, and then it's you always have that in the back of your head that it's recorded, and you can kind of screw up and edit it later.
mhm.
So I like doing it live. It's all or
Yeah,
nothing.
and so now we're on episode 58, which I think is already pretty impressive if I do say so myself. But the
Yes,
first
sir.
49 episodes we did record it. On the 50th
All right.
episode, it was what was what was special about the 50th episode? I think it was right at the launch of Illuvium. The Overworld official launch was episode 50. So we did that live, and then we were just like, live is so much better. We're just gonna stick with live. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
but
that
yeah,
feels good.
Jimbo couldn't make it. Paz is here, so Paz, welcome. We are also streaming to your channels,
Yes, sir.
and hopefully we can make this a regular thing. I
Yes,
am
sir.
just looking quick because I was given some Illuvatars to give away during this stream, so I want to do that. And I was gonna share them here, but they're already buried because I've been opening so many discs.
And about your 58 episodes, that's really cool. I might be paraphrasing here, but I think 90% of podcasts don't make it past episode 2 or episode 1. And then of those 10%, another 90% don't make it past episode 20. So just by going over 20, you're already in the 0.01% of all podcasts in the world. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
you must be watching the same, getting the same feed that I get on like I don't know whatever you call them. I don't watch
I
TikTok, but on
guess.
those quick videos, because
Uh,
yeah, I've seen that too, and that's one of the things that like kept me going. I'm just like it. I don't know if it was past 2 episodes. It might have only been 2 episodes, but yeah, I saw that, and it was just like, all right, well, if you make it, if you even make it to episode 10 or something like that, you're in like the top 1% of people making podcasts, and I was just like, all right, so I might as well just
yeah,
keep going.
it's a good
Oh, I
metric.
cannot find these
All right, we
Illuvatars.
got my
There.
biggest fan in the chat. How you doing, Ashad? What's up,
Bring
baby?
back Jimbo. All right. I'll highlight this because I already missed Jimbo. Let's bring back Jimbo. All right. So I'll find those in a second. That'll be the second segment, anyways. Let's just get right into this first segment here. So obviously we got Illuvium Beyond that came out only I don't know 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point, but we just had the promo sale for this set. It was the G Shock promo, where this is our third wave with the third promo. We had what was the first one? GameStop for the first one, and then we had Team Liquid for the second one, G Shock
Yep.
for the third. So my question is how do you think this promo collection stacks up against the first two?
I like it a lot because it has just this collectible appeal of the watch. I think everybody's excited about the watch. Get their hands of something exclusive. It
Yeah,
will
yeah.
never
This is
come
the
back.
first time that there's a physical thing that you can get attached to this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I think GameStop and Team Liquid are both great brands. So I don't think G-Shock is lagging behind there. Maybe even like less of a gamer appeal and the Web2 gamer appeal and stuff like this. But just, yeah, the physical goods make it so good. I want to get one, but I don't know if I'm going to wear it or just keep it on the desk as a collectible,
Yeah, I
unopened,
probably wouldn't wear it. I'm gonna aim to get it myself too, but I've never been a watch person. I struggle with having things around my wrists. I don't know why. Um, so I definitely wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't wear it, but I'm probably gonna try to get it. It is
Yeah.
pretty cool to have something physical that you can get from these. Um, and there are some other differences too. Like I know the games or these are much better deal than the GameStop. I think the GameStop ones were $50, and now we're at $35, right? And the GameStop ones didn't come with an actual like rare Illuvatar from the set. So all you got, I think I remember was just you just open it up, you get the one GameStop Illuvatar. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that was pretty bad the first iteration. I think with Team Liquid we had the same that we did now with where
Yep.
it's like a discs, like you get 4 assets,
5.
right?
You get the
Five,
three
five,
accessories, the
three
promo
accessories. Yeah,
Illuvitar, and then you get one rare Illuvitar. And I do
exactly.
believe that was the same for Team Liquid, but I think the Team Liquid ones were still $40 if I remember correctly,
Yeah,
and these are
but
35.
is
So it got
that because
just
the ETH
slightly better.
price changed,
Well,
or
actually, that's another change. The first two complete sets were tied to an ETH price. So
hmm
the price was set at the beginning of the wave, and then it fluctuated up and down. This is the first wave where it was tied to the USD price,
yeah,
and then you just pay whatever it is in that USD, which I personally like. That's something that I was pushing for a long time ago for all of Illuvium to do. Just price it in
yeah.
USD and let the other currencies fluctuate around it.
Yeah, otherwise you always gonna get bad feelings for the buyers. Like either like at one point everybody will look at it and it's gonna be like, okay, I buy too expensive, I bought too expensive, now it's less, the price went down, and it's gonna feel bad. It's gonna leave a salty taste in your mouth. What I did like talking about the old promos though, the GameStop gave us all or gave a lot of people a free display, which was really bad for Illuvium because they had to pay the shipping and everything. Like I think they lost a lot of money on it, but it
Yeah.
was really cool
Well,
to get a free display.
yeah, that was pretty. And I think that was something where they kind of realized maybe the pricing didn't make too much sense, and they wanted to like add a little something extra in there. But it's cool. I got my disc plate. I didn't get the
Yeah,
hollow version. I just get the regular version. But that's one of my three. That actually just reminds me. I need to get a disc plate for this wave because when you stack them up, you get
yeah.
like that picture on the side of the boxes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and this time we have to pay our own shipping with the discs, and they're gonna be shipped from Netherlands. So, for
Yep.
example, for you in the US, it's gonna be pretty expensive to get one watch. I think just the shipping cost of it.
Oh, do you think you can couple that with like shipping for other merch products? Or does it have to be separate? I'd imagine you could couple it
Maybe,
together.
maybe.
But if
The
I
only
could do
thing I
that,
know, somebody
sorry.
was asking if many people could come together and have like one shipment of like 20 discs of 20 watches, and then one person distributes it to all the people,
Mm,
like something like this. But this doesn't work because it's tied to your account. But maybe
yeah, yeah,
you could couple it up with merch. That would
yeah.
be
I'll have
good.
to figure that out because I definitely there's a lot of things I want to get, but yeah, I look at that shipping cost and it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
But I mean, check out like these Illuvitars are pretty sick looking. I mean, I think all three promos had great looking Illuvitars. But what's your favorite one?
The Apon. This one.
This one, yeah.
It's
I got
great, I
that one
think.
today. I get I get the one who's like his mouth sticking out on that one. Um,
His
the
tongue
flare
sticking
looks
out.
pretty cool though. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. I
yeah,
like the flare. Um,
yeah.
all right, so let's move on to this next
By the way, I
segment
wanted
here.
to say thank you for the foe. That's my first tier 5 Illuvitar ever.
Is it
Pretty
really?
cool.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
I
guess we
opened
could
100 discs and
mention
never had
that.
one.
Yeah, we went up against each other on the launch party for this promo, and I knew I was gonna lose, but I still accepted the winner takes all anyways. And then I got a nice
It's
foe,
funny that you say I
and then I
knew I was
lost.
gonna lose because we had the exact same chances, right? It's just this,
But
I don't
like
know,
my track
conjuring
record.
it up to lose already.
Don't forget, I think during that first wave, me and you, we were on your channel and we did some kind of battle, and I had to send you like 5 discs for free because I lost on that one too. So you're just taking everything from me.
It seems like it.
Yeah, but yeah. So I actually wanted to say I'm gonna be giving away some. Oh no, what happened? Oops.
Oops, the leak.
Oh no, I just lost him. Let me find him again.
I
So
mean,
I
Illuvatars.
was I was gifted some Illuvitars specifically to give away. So I'm going to be giving those away. So if you're watching this, you have a very good chance to give them away or to earn one because I have 5 of them, I believe.
Yeah, it
if I
was
can
was
hold them
similar
up.
to my Twitter giveaway that we did for the Way Free Beyond. I had 20 standard discs to give away, and exactly 20 people met the criteria in the Twitter comments. So
Yeah.
everybody gets one who did it.
Hey, there you go. That's what I say. Sometimes I see I don't get a ton of viewers here. There might be like 30 viewers, and if I'm giving away 5 things, I'm just like, why are
Yeah.
only 8 people trying to do it? You have a very good chance of winning it. Okay. Why can't I just had them pulled up too? Now I'm all on accessories.
Shouldn't
Did
it
I
be the
switch
last
over?
ones? Like, did you open so much stuff in between?
Yeah, I opened a lot because he sent them to me like over a week ago,
Ah,
and
okay.
I must have clicked accessories. That's why.
Yep.
Illuvium. Yeah,
Debitors.
see, I just got that greater
Oh
ape
yeah.
on right there. I just
Nice.
opened that one earlier today.
Are people actually buying them? I've been thinking about should I sell them, make a few bucks.
Off the secondary? Yeah, people are
Yeah.
buying them. I haven't listed too much because I'm trying to build out my collection there. But I
Mm.
did list some of them and they've sold as long as you list them for a fair price.
Are you competing for the
Um,
leaderboard?
yeah, I'm in like the 70th something spot. I want to get top 65. You break into like a new category of rewards. So that's what I'm aiming for.
Oh, nice.
Um, but yeah, so look at here. So the all 5 of these hollow nimble links were gifted to me, and actually they're not just hollow, they're alpha. So alpha hollow links. I haven't looked at the floor price, but
Damn.
these are pretty good Illuvitars to be given away. So on Twitter there is someone called Alpha Illuvitard. His actual at is actually just Illuvium Beyond, and these were gifted to me, and he wanted to make some posts to be eligible for this. So that's what we're going to do. So if you want to be eligible for one of these 5, and you have a good chance if you do this, if you go on Twitter, and I just want you to make some sort of like bullish post about Illuvium Beyond, and then I want you to at Illuvium, at Alpha Illuvitard, and like I said, it's just at Illuvium Beyond is his actual tag there. Follow him, and then let's do hashtag Alpha Illuvitard. And that's how I'm going to look them up. And if only 5 of you do this, then I am going to be sending these 5 to you people. So I think it's a great deal. I thank Alpha Illuvitard I'm not sure if he's in here right now. I'm not sure what time zone he's in. But very thankful for him for gifting these for this giveaway. His ex is like Illuvium Beyond. So he's obviously very bullish on this project, and you got to give him credit for that. So yeah, do that, and I'll go back to X and check that. Let me see if I can just do this now. Hashtag
I was muted.
Alpha.
What? So TLDR, what do people have to do? I posted his Twitter link in the chat, by the way.
What do people have to do? So I just want you to make a bullish post about Illuvium Beyond. So you can really say whatever you want about Illuvium Beyond. I'm going to tag
Okay.
Illuvium, tag Alpha Illuvitard, and hashtag Alpha Illuvitard.
All right.
Because when I search the hashtag, I should be able to see it. Alpha Illuvitard.
Nice. I can highlight chat message. What up, Sam?
Oh, we got Sam in here. We
What
gotta
up,
get him
Capture
back on here
Wade?
for an episode. Yeah, so this is him right here, Alpha Illuvitard. All right, so I will come back to this for this giveaway. But again, thanks to him for giving this opportunity to give these away. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what's that?
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, sir.
I
That's right.
agree. Thank you.
I wish I was on the other end.
Yeah. Can I
Winning
join?
some of these.
No, I'm
Join
good.
what? Oh.
The giveaway. Nah, I was kidding. Let's move on.
Hey, if
And
you
good
make
luck,
a
everybody.
post. All right. So with Illuvium, there's been times where the hype has picked up and it's died down, and it seems like for the past even 3 years, we continuously go through these cycles of you know things are getting hyped up. There's a new launch. There's a new content update, um, and then people get excited. They make a lot of posts. Yeah, maybe the coin pumps up a little bit, and then we go back into another lull for another month or two, and then another thing comes up, and everyone gets hyped again. What do you think that can be done, either on the Illuvium side, the community side, to just keep that hype continuously growing? Like, are we going to have to rely on new updates every couple of months to get people involved, or is this, you know, is there a way to get out of this rut where we're kind of going more straight up rather than just up and downs?
I think the problem right now is that the game is just not there yet, and Illuvium has recognized this. That's why they haven't pushed for marketing incentives. I think like 90% of the marketing budget is still in the treasury. So basically, we just launched because people wanted Illuvium to launch, but it's very much still in open beta. There is critical bugs, there is gameplay features that are missing, and the game is just not there yet. Once the game is there and you have this hype new feature that creates that hype, people are gonna stick with the game. And it's not the hype right now is for nothing. Like it's hype. Oh, let's see what it is. Oh, it's still in development. We're not
Mm,
quite there yet. So yeah, we need to just address the, I would say like five critical things, like features like spectator mode, make overworld more progression, like make it something like ranger levels or whatever they want to do, maybe an MMO light or that rogue light or whatever you have to do, make the overworld more fun, more sticky. I think the gauntlet is there once you have spectator modes, like the multiplayer service that come with it, and just remove all the critical or fix all the critical bugs, the crashes, and that stuff. And yeah, then bring out some trailers, bring out some hype, and then I think it's gonna stick.
yeah, something that I like that I've seen with some other games, in Illuvium does this to some extent, but the let me think of an example. Even like the game Mavia, they come out with these, like, even if they're just like 3 to 5 second clips of like their characters, um like professionally done, obviously, not just like something that like me or you could come up with. And they're constantly putting those out there, so it's just like little bits of like new content that people haven't seen before coming out consistently. I think I'd like to see something like that with Illuvium. Make the alluvials like have more character. I think that could definitely bring more consistent like hype. Like I want to, like, I'm always seeing something new rather than, like we just said, like, oh, content update, we just get a promo thing for you know Illuvium Beyond, and then next week we're just waiting for the next thing to come up. What are you
Exactly
sharing here?
what you exactly what you just described. We're getting more of these leaks, and I'm gonna play it right here. That's kind of how they are presenting the alluvials right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
You know what? I saw a couple of these. Right? I think
yeah,
there's
with the
another
monk
one.
here.
Yep. Yeah, I like
So I
this.
think this is really cool, and it's also very streamlined. They said, because if you remember the Squiz links video, super good video, super cute. This one takes a lot of time because there's a lot of animation, a lot of workload behind it. A lot of team members have to work on it. But those
Yep.
that I just show you with the Ramfire, the Monk here, they're supposed to be very streamlined, and I think they can push them out on a regular basis, like you said. Just have those little cool bits of showing off the great art, which is one of the best assets of Illuvium.
Yeah, definitely. That, and the other thing that I keep thinking of is, because I'm obviously we're both content creators ourselves. Um, if there was even some more of an incentive to make consistent content from bigger YouTubers, bigger content creators, just to keep something more consistent, and not necessarily what like Off the Grid did, where they just got a ton of people to hype it up for what, 2 weeks, and then the hype died down. Something that's more consistent, I'd like to see.
I mean, that's what
Um,
Alliance program is, right? If like
yeah,
this, the reason me in the YouTube space is a tiny fish, right? I'm earning I now, after like 3 years, got my first YouTube paycheck for $300. So I'm like $100 a year or whatever it is, and it's like $5 a month for some crazy low number. But because Illuvium is making alliance program and giving extra incentive, there is actually a way. And with council, I was able to quit my job and go full time Illuvium. So I think there is the opportunity. People just need to find it maybe, or need to get hooked on the game first before they get hooked on creating content for it. I'm not sure what's the
Yeah.
problem, but I think we have this already.
Yeah. And I remember just what you were saying on the YouTube, like the AdSense there. I remember thinking like, oh, I got my 1,000 subscribers, I got my whatever, however many hours, I can start getting paid from this. Yeah, I was so hyped up for it, and then I realized like, even during like really a bullish phase, I think it was like, I don't know what I was earning, maybe $40 a month, and right now it's like 20 or 25 a month. It's like not really, it's nothing, to be honest with you. So you need these programs like Illuvium has, like other programs, um, to help incentivize people to make the content. Because realistically, I want to quit my day job sometime soon, like you've been able to do. But I need to make money and able to be able to do that. So as much as I would love to just continuously making a ton of Illuvium content, if people are only using my creator link and I'm only making $100 a month, it's not enough to live on.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
feels
no,
like a
definitely.
little bit of bonus.
And we're competing against each other, right? It seems like only the top creators are able to make a little bit of buck, and I couldn't live only off the creator rewards from Illuvium either. It was really with a combination of council, plus I don't have a family to support, I don't have a lot of bills to pay, so in a really like fortunate position where I can just say whatever, I'm gonna be able to live off $1,000 a month easily if it has
Mm.
to be. And so it was easy for me to quit the job, and then I could go all in. I was doing like daily streams, 2 shorts a day plus a daily video. Like I was putting out 4 different contents per day over a stretch of like 2 months every day, and then I was just able to capitalize a lot of the content creator rewards. But yeah, we're just not. It's gonna be there, I hope, in the future, but we're not there where many people can quit their job just for making
Yeah.
content about Illuvium.
Well, I mean, with this bull market going on, we're still in the Bitcoin part of this bull market. I still don't think that alts have really had any chance yet, including ILV, and I still think that time's coming. Over even the next 2 to 6 months, I think ILV, not financial advice, I think ILV and a lot of other altcoins, a lot of gaming coins will pump up, and that's going to help all of these projects. And then in return, it's going to flow into the content creators who are making those content, like the content for those games. And then back to what we were just talking about. Hopefully, we can get more consistent content, more people viewing, so we're constantly adding new people to these games instead of just ups and downs when there's something, some promo or some kind of new content update.
Yeah, it's a bit
Um,
sad that we always have to have the markets behind us to succeed right now, especially in the early stages.
mhm.
But I like that Illuvium is focusing on just making, like, narrowing down their focus, full focus on Gauntlet right now, make this a top esport game. And we have seen it with Parallel in other games. Like, as long as the critical bugs are gone, you have a few more features like spectator mode and stuff, we're good. We're going to capture a lot of the Web3 audience who want to play competitive strategy games. And yeah, I think from there on, we're going to have some smooth sailing ahead of us.
Yeah. But speaking of Bitcoin, I wanted to. Did you see this at all? Any clips on X about who Dave Portnoy is, right? The Barstool guy,
Uh, yes,
Barstool Sports.
but I'm not sure what the Portnoy rule is that you were describing. I might be ignorant here, but I'm happy to be educated.
The Portnoy rule? Did I say that? Um,
Didn't you say that? Wait, let me
no.
see.
So well, okay. So anyway, so Dave Portnoy, he's the owner
Portnoy
of
effect. Ah, okay, okay,
the
okay.
Portnoy effect. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
so he's like the owner of and founder of Barstool Sports, which is pretty big on social media. He's actually
yeah,
a Boston guy, so he's from my neck of the woods, which is pretty cool. But he had Michael Saylor on his show just a few days ago, actually, and he has such a big audience of really just young people who just they're really into, I guess, gambling. He does a lot of sports gambling. He's talked about meme coins in the past. He's finally to the point where he's like, I screwed up with Bitcoin. He had Michael Saylor on. He's like, I should have bought some. He's doing right now. He's doing. Actually, I wanted to share this. He's he's in a partnership with Kraken right now. So if you went over to Kraken, you can predict the price of Bitcoin some or on January 3rd at market open, and the closest prediction is going to win a full Bitcoin. So he's getting onto that Bitcoin hype train now and bringing obviously Michael Saylor, he's the biggest Bitcoiner out there right now, bringing him
Yeah.
onto his show. To me, I saw that and I was just like, all right, we're starting to get to that phase where new people are going to be seeing Bitcoin. People, it's hard to believe from where we are that there are still people who don't know about Bitcoin. But I know just from in real life, like I could mention Bitcoin and some people would be like, never even heard of it. Never mind, don't know what it is. They just never
Oh
even
yeah.
heard of it. Uh,
Younger people, like not only grandmas.
yeah, younger. Well, some grandmas. Like I work in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an industrial place, and I've talked to some people there, and they have no clue. I have some cousins and stuff that like they've probably only heard about Bitcoin because I've talked about it, but they don't really know it. But seeing Michael Saylor on Dave Portnoy's show and talking about it, that was a sign to me that like new people are getting exposed and new people are going to be coming in. And when new people come in, they might start in Bitcoin. I started in Bitcoin, but then they're going to start seeing like, oh, look at these other projects. Look at these games that you can have ownership of and have a coin attached to it. And then I think that's how we get more people into GameFi is through the Bitcoin hype. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, what do you think about that? Having a guy like Michael Saylor on a podcast like that, and new people getting their eyes on Bitcoin.
I mean, like you said, it's great, and it definitely helps with getting like normies into the Web3 space, the Web2 people into the Web3 space, and making it normal, right? It's the same with. I would like to maybe compare it to content creators these days, where you have somebody like, I forgot his name, but he had like interview with Trump, a streamer, and like streamers and YouTubers are becoming the new media for normal people to watch as well. And I think we see that in all kind of things where it was kind of this nerdy niche thing. Now it becomes more mainstream and more normal to have those things like they're slowly trickling over. So yeah, I think that's going to help a lot. And I think there's going to be more of that because there is a lot of clicks to be made for those big social media channels if they have somebody
Yeah,
on from Michael Saylor. Like there's a lot of rage bait for people who hate crypto and the other side who love it. It's
yeah,
it's a very polarizing topic, so it's great content, I think.
yeah. And I just like the audience that Dave Portnoy has in Barstool Sports because it's a lot of people who are like, I'd say 18 to 35 is that age. They're into sports. A lot of them probably do sports gambling. They're into, I guess I kind of want to say like the party life. They're like, I mean, I'm not into that party life thing, but they're like, they're young people having a good time, realizing that the dollar isn't what it is anymore. What do I need to do? They believe in Dave Portnoy, and when he starts saying like I screwed up on Bitcoin and has people like Michael Saylor on, I think more and more people are gonna at least take the time to look into it and come into our space, move into our space from that traditional space. I think over time,
Yeah.
I've heard this before, but that wealth transfer of you know older people, unfortunately, retiring, they may die. Their whatever they have, their stocks, their bonds, their gold is going to move to a younger generation. And I know if I ever got something like that, I would just turn it right into Bitcoin, you know,
Mm,
because the younger
yeah.
people understand that better than, some of the older people.
Yeah. It's not so scary anymore, too. The more you get exposed to it, like if you see it go to 100K, like what was it, 3 weeks ago? and then it dipped down again. You're like, oh, I should have, but good I didn't. And then it goes up to 100K again. I'm like, all right, maybe now, like I see it happen 2 times, and if you see it happen 3, 4 times, you're like, all right,
Yeah.
maybe I just jump on the train now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm so deep into like the Bitcoin crypto thing that when it dips, like I don't even get scared. I'm just like more. I'm buying more. Here we go. I
Yeah,
bought
I
more
made too many
yesterday when it
mistakes.
dipped. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I made too many
Well,
mistakes trying to predict stuff. I got
yeah.
all my money in Illuvium, and we're going either to the moon or to zero. I don't care. I'm not touching it, and that's just what it is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm a little more diversified within crypto, but
yeah,
95% of my net worth is in crypto. So I'm just kind of like what you're saying. It's like obviously I don't believe crypto would fail, but for me it's like boom or bust. It's like I'm going to the moon, or if crypto fails and some AI hacks Bitcoin, then I'm just gonna be poor for the rest of my life. Like
yeah.
that's what it
And
is, right? You know, it's a little bit of a gamble.
I talked to, like, for example, my partner who doesn't truly or fully understand where I'm coming from, or my parents or stuff. When I talk to, like, my mother and I tell her, yeah, I do this with my money, and she's like, don't you want to take out like a little bit, like 1,000, 2,000? I'm like, nah, man. Like, I I either ride it all the way or not. Like, I'm not here. I didn't take all this risk over the last years to then like cheap out at one point because I get scared or something. Like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
here for it.
I've had family members be like, I've been wanting to buy a house for literally years now. In the bottoms of the bear market, I had family members being like, just take out your down payment on your house and buy a house. And I was like, whatever I would take out right now, I'm thinking that's 5 to 10x on my money if I wait a couple more years. And
Yeah.
they all thought I was crazy. And then just these past couple weeks with the holidays over here in the United States, you know what they say now? Oh, being a millionaire is overrated. Like once you get there, it's not even going to be enough, anyways. And I'm like, all right, like no matter what I do, you're not going to be happy with this.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
don't forget to take profits, I guess. We shouldn't be
Yeah,
too
yeah,
locked up. Like, yeah.
yeah. I'm not ready. I think we got 6 to 9 months to go, but I'll definitely. I made that big mistake last bull run of not taking enough profits,
Hmm.
and I'm not making that mistake this time. This is my
Yeah.
bull run, my life changing wealth bull run coming up right now that I'm pretty excited for.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
all right, we're gonna move on to this last subject, but just quickly in case anyone missed it, these 5 hollow nimble links were gifted to me by Alpha Illuvatard on X, and they were gifted to me for me to give away. So we're giving them away this stream. I'm not sure if I might not be able to get to it on this stream, but what you do is you make an X post, some bullish post on Illuvium Beyond. I want you to tag Illuvium, tag Alpha Illuvatar, make sure you're following him as well, and then do hashtag or Alpha Illuvatard. Hashtag Alpha Illuvatard, because that's how I'm going to search them. And then I'm going to pick up a random 5, and then I'll just ask you for your passport wallet, and then you'll be gifted one of these Alpha, not just Hollow, Alpha Hollow Nimble Links, whatever. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. I haven't checked the floor value on these, but these are some nice alluvials or alluvatars to add to your collection.
100%. Shout out to him, and also shout out to you. Don't forget, while we're on actionables, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe button, all of that. Takes you a few seconds, helps the channel, helps it reach more people. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate this. So we're also streaming to the Illumination channel too. So if you're seeing it on there for the first time, then welcome to the show. This is episode 58, but we're going to keep going for a long time. And if you're on either of our channels and not following the other one, go do it.
Cross pollinate. Busy
Yeah,
bees.
that's the plan. You know, we're all in this together. Even though Paz keeps stealing all of my stuff and any challenge that we have, especially on with Illuvium Beyond. I still like him. He's still
Yes,
a good
sir.
guy. I like him.
Appreciate you.
All right, so this last segment, I titled it, the PENGU ticker or whatever, but it's really not about that. But that's what brought this up to me. So, was it Pudgy Penguins has been a top NFT project for since the last bull market, last bull run. So three years. I think I saw that they recently moved into the number two spot for NFT projects. And one of the reasons might be because they just announced that they're going to be launching a token for their project after 3 years of being, very successful. And I will admit, I don't really know what the utility of this token is, but I saw this and I was just like, do they want to screw up a good thing? Like, if what do they call it? If it's not broke, don't fix it. If your project
Hmm.
is doing so well that you're now the number two NFT project, I feel like adding a token can just screw things up. But a lot of projects have the NFTs and the tokens. Here in gaming, there's a lot of people who argue the fact that the blockchain technology is great, but you don't need a coin to be attached to it. Like what if Illuvium was just what it was, but without the ILV token? Um, but so my question here would be: do you think that adding a token to an already good project is going to help them or hurt them, or is it not going to make it not make much of a difference?
Yeah. Uh, I think it is, first of all, good that they waited 3 years and they didn't get greedy early on, and which helped them build such a good IP. Because what comes with the token is a lot of risk, and usually it's like either you make something valuable with it and it has some value and some use cases, or maybe it screws up your project, like you said. I think with the example of Illuvium, it would be a completely different project, right? We couldn't have the DAO, we have no governance token, we have no council. And some might say this would have been the better approach to do it without the DAO. I think it helps in a lot of regards. um, so yeah, it's hard to say where we would be without the coin, but I think it's a good thing that we have it. I'm happy to hold it. I'm happy to have it
Yeah,
stake. And it really depends what they do with it, right? It gives them a lot of more possibilities to make things happen. I don't think they're gonna do it now, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what their use cases is for it.
yeah, and I'll definitely look into that. Maybe it's going to be something that I'll pick up. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I don't know. It was just the idea of they were so successful without it that adding it, I think, could be an issue. I guess another question here
Yeah.
would be like, if I mean, let's stick to more of the gaming projects. If there's a new, say, there's some new people who are like, oh, we want to make a crypto game right now. Would if you were their advisor, would you recommend that they start with a token attached to that game, or would you say stick with the NFTs, the blockchain technology, the ownership, and stay away from the token?
My first advice would be to find a better advisor in terms of crypto advice and tokenomics.
Yeah,
And yeah, then I would have to do a bunch of research and really try to figure it out. I think, there is no like clear cut answer to this if it's better or worse. It really depends what you do with it. I think it's less risky to not have a token. It can be seen as less of a cash grab, less of a potential scam, and whatever it is. Like you can really just take the game for what it is and don't always have this cryptocurrency thing in the back of your head. So yeah, it's hard to say, but some make it work, some fail with it. I would refer to someone else to get the advice
yeah.
for the
I
definite
I can just
decision.
see I can see some of these traditional games that obviously don't have a coin attached to them, but just adding the blockchain technology, making their assets have NFTs, so you can have true ownership of it, but staying away from a coin. I think that might attract the traditional gamer, or make it more acceptable to get into a game like that when they see that there's not a coin attached to it. That's people are just going to pump and it's going to be super volatile. They're just like, all right, well, this is just a game where I own my assets, and there's not really much else of a crypto element to it, or it's behind the scenes, so you don't even see it. I can see
Yeah.
some traditional games like moving in that direction and being very successful with it.
Yeah, I
You know?
do. That's why I came, because of ownership. Because I've been playing games my whole life, and I never got anything to show for it. The only thing that comes close to it was the Steam Marketplace with like trading skins and stuff, where actually every skin you got was actually real dollar value, and you could trade it and do whatever with it. It's like Web 2.5, you might call it. And yeah, I think for the coin, probably it's best to keep it separated. I think after actually everybody realized, I think that's what was the first iteration where their coin was also connected to the in-game economy. You cannot do this anymore, and everybody realized that you have to do it like ILV, where it's the coin is separate from everything in-game economy, and it can be right now. What is it? It's just something like a how do you call it? I'm missing the English word, but it's if you want to invest into the company, you can do that, but it stands kind of separate from the game, from Illuvium. Like you cannot do anything with an ILV coin, and
Yep.
as long as you don't like force people to interact with it, I think it's fine. And that's why I also suggested recently that we have a second Discord, where we have one Discord that we have now, Web3 investors, all of that stuff, and then we have
Mm-hmm.
a Discord for onboarding for gamers, where you're not gonna get in touch with investors, not gonna hear about Illuvium coin and staking and all of
Yeah.
that. You're playing the game and you see gameplay stuff related stuff in the Discord, and that's it. And it's heavily moderated for positive sentiment, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
do like that idea, but then again, like your the guilds that we have, like they pretty much serve that purpose. Like in
yeah, that's why we created Phantom in the end, to have
yeah, I
this
was gonna say
subculture.
yeah, in Phantom, because I mean I've been in there and it's I mean obviously you do get a lot of the crypto bros in there talking about stuff too, but you get a lot more of the talking about just the game,
Yeah,
which I think is great. In all the I mean there's a few other guilds that are more like that, so I'm glad those are popping up, um, and hopefully those will
that's
get
true.
more of the gamers. Um,
Yeah. And that was also one of the first reasons why we created it, because there was a lot of toxicity going on in the Illuvium Discord, just from like people that are down in market, down in money, the market is bad, whatever the reason was. It wasn't really connected to Illuvium, but Illuvium also didn't want to ban them and heavily moderate the Discord. So we created a guild where we can moderate ourselves, just have positivity, good vibes, and just talk about the games. Don't have a token chat, nothing. Yeah.
yeah,
You're right. That's a good workaround.
yeah, and I do like what you were saying before about how having if there's going to be a token, have it separate from the game, because there are a lot of games where the same token that they're using for governance or whatever is also, earned in the game and spent in the game. But when you think of it more like a stock, where it's like Apple stock, you could buy the Apple company, you can buy the Apple stock, and you can buy the Apple products, but the two are not connected in any way, and
Yeah.
not exactly the same for Illuvium, obviously. Like you can get ILV rewards from things that you're doing in game, but for the most part, it is separate. You don't need to spend your ILV in the game. It's more of like if you believe in the project, you can get the ILV, or you could stay away from the ILV and play the game and never have to touch the ILV. So I do think that's one good thing going for Illuvium, the way that they decided to set that up.
Yeah. Definitely. And I think it should be a bit harder. Like, if you want to dig for investing into the company, you should be able to find it, but you shouldn't be exposed to it any other way. And that's where we're quite not there yet with our Discord and everything. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I know what you're saying. It
we will
shouldn't it
get there.
shouldn't be pushed towards you. The Web3 technology, the crypto stuff, I think is great. A lot of us who are here even right now, I think it's great, but not everyone feels that way, and we don't want to be pushing away new people coming in who we know
Yeah,
could enjoy this game.
I'm going to give them time, not force anything. If you
Yeah,
want, you can have it.
yeah, exactly. Um, But all right, I think that's we'll conclude this episode here. I think that's a pretty good one. Some good stuff to talk about. Um, if you are rewatching this, I might actually wait a couple days for this giveaway to get some more people making those posts on X. So if you're watching this on the not live, go ahead and make that post on X. In a few days, I'll check in and I will send you a message if you are a winner, and I'll just need your passport address. But Yeah, Paz, thanks for jumping on. I know this was kind of last minute getting you on here, but I'm glad we got this set up. Anyone who's coming from his channel, again, welcome, and I think we'll have you back.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us. It was great. I love doing this. It's just collaboration is always one of the most fun content you can do. You don't have to, you know, create something out of nowhere. We're just talking, having a good time, talking about what
Yeah,
interests us. So I love this stuff anytime.
yeah, and we're all in this together. I've been saying that for a while. We're not competing against each other. We need to help each other out and build up these projects and just Web3 gaming in general. Um,
Yeah. Shout out to Jimbo, who is not here. I remember a quote from him like, I want us all to succeed, like talking about the content creators, and then I want to
yeah,
beat you. But
yeah.
first, I want us all to succeed.
Exactly. What's that thing that what's the name? I think it's Gary V who says this. It's like instead of tearing down other people's, towers around you, just build yours higher. That's what
Yeah.
I keep trying to do. If I can bring
Yeah.
everyone up with me and I just keep pushing myself, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see other people get torn down. I want to see everybody get
No,
lifted up.
let's do it. To the
Yeah.
moon.
To the moon. All right. Yeah. So catch you. I think actually, I think 2 weeks from today is actually Christmas Day. So we might go 3 weeks. 3 weeks from now till the next episode probably. And then I don't know. I'm gonna talk with Paz and maybe we'll try to figure out some new stuff and change some things around and make this rundown show better and better as we go on. But thanks for watching. Catch you later.
Better.